G'day, it's Greenie here. I'm just going to give you a little look around my outdoor area. I've got a couple of hostas in pots. I've got some hostas that are smaller in the garden here, and I'm doing an experiment that I don't expect to work. I actually put my gladioli in here. The reason I don't think it'll work is I don't think they're going to get enough sun, but I just didn't know where else to put them, and I thought just put them in and see if it works. If it works, it's a great spot. This is a decoy duck, controversial I know, but my dad was a duck shooter and I grew up eating duck in duck season and loved it, so it just sits there as a reminder of my dad. These are the cacti, and look at that one. It's either got too much water, I think, or it's just sick or not happy, but I'm going to try and prop it up, tie it to this stake that I've put in the pot there. And I did lose a couple to rot, and that was one of them that I think is on the way out. One of them is that cutting lying down. I've tried to take the top off in the hope of saving it, but I've got a little bit of cacti thing happening there. This one I've just turned around because it was starting to lean in a direction that I didn't want it to, following the light. So I've turned it around to try and straighten it up a bit. And then over here, I've got a couple more cacti. This is one that died, but there's the tensiest bit of green on it, so I'm gonna just see if it'll come back. I doubt it, but we'll just see. And this one here is a cutting cacti that I just take the smaller ones off and replant them. The hydrangeas are coming back. A bit of mint that I decided to put in a pot. A very, very leggy cutting of autumn sedum joy that I'll propagate around the garden. And another hydrangea that I've grown from cutting, and some, I think they're called bluebells. There's some stuff that'll come up there, and a variegated hydrangea as well that I hope will come because I got that from a cutting from a friend. I have got clematis in these pots. Taken the tulips out. I'll probably put some petunias or something in. This one has a beautiful little purple flower. It has had lots on it. But it wasn't happy when I took the tulips out. This one here, well, it's got some flowers ready to open. It has had some. Can't show you that one yet till it comes back again. There's a lot going on. The fairy gardens need redoing. I've just dumped a whole bunch of stuff there ready to do them. Over here I've got, I just love pelargonians or whatever you want to call these in a terracotta pot. I just love that. And this poor old clematis was thriving. Didn't like me taking the tulips out. It's near dead. I might lose it. This garden here has got a couple of dahlias in it if they survive, and it has flooded and flooded and flooded and flooded with the rain, and it looks a bit messy at the moment because I'm waiting for the ranunculus to go to seed. I'm collecting seed in the hope of growing new corms from seed, so it's going to look messy until I finish taking those out, but I'm hoping it will have violas, pansies, petunias and dahlias. This one here is looking a little worse from weather because of literally because of the weather, but that's another clematis that usually does very well. And succulents just dumped around. I do like to put little animals in the pot from time to time. I think that's kind of cute. These ones are all just cuttings, hoping they'll grow into something, just tied onto a bit of Rio. Some of them look messy, but they're just cutting pots. That's a cutting pot. This lovely lady has got a chain of hearts in there, hopefully will grow. There was a lovely chain of hearts in there, it died off for some reason. And I've got, well, there were two, I can only see one now. And my first go at a dahlia cutting, like propagating. I don't know whether it's going to survive. I'm not too much fussed if it does or doesn't, because it was an experiment for me. And an outdoor seating spot. I've got this little lovely lady on the doorstep. And I'm going to have to clean up out here, ready for hosting some friends coming over in another week's time for a bit of a Christmas thing. Up here, I've got some hanging pots. The lighting isn't really good. I'll have to show them on another day. Succulent cuttings mainly, but I'm hoping will take over the hanging pots. That does grow a gorgeous little flower on it when it is happy. And these ones are a little bit straggly, but I'm hoping they'll come to something. These 2 pots here I put petunias in, and they're just in terrible condition after one warm day, not even hot. So I need to water them twice a day now before I go to work and when I get home. There's the last of the ranunculus. That's not a real chook. I've got a couple of things here. One of the gladioli corms that I missed pulling out last year. And up on the ugly air conditioning unit, I've just got some little bird houses and cactus pots that just look after themselves. So that's just a quick little look around my outdoor area where I like to hang out and keep a few pots. It's either tulips or petunias usually. So that's that.